So Darvin Ham has some interesting quotes on his time with the Lakers via Anscape. Let's put the quote on the board. Said, to do as well as I did, I swear to God, anywhere else I'm probably looking at an extension with what I did. I'm not talking about feelings, I'm talking about actual facts. They go from not making it to the playoffs, to the Final Four in the NBA, the conference finals, and then you win the in-season tournament, navigate through all the injuries, and win both of your playing games to get to the playoffs. People always talk about us losing to Denver, but they never talk about how we got to Denver. We beat a kick-ass young squad of Memphis, and we beat Golden State. Gil, does Darvin Ham have a point?
Yep.
Let me look.
No. Ham was the best coach.
I want to spin Gil's
He won 33.
Is he a better coach than JJ Redick?
Yes.
He won 33.
Yes.
And then the
He's
next
been at it
year,
longer, yes.
43,
Yes.
47.
Darvin went through the
He wasn't
he was
bad,
an assistant.
He went through the ringer.
That's right.
I mean, he was an assistant for years.
Yeah.
With Budenholzer.
He experienced good coaching with Budenholzer, dog.
For sure, but
So he earned his stripes.
he only get a bad reason because I feel like he wasn't the person we wanted. In
No, he shouldn't have never got. It should have
that's
never
what I'm
been the
saying.
Lakers' job.
Yeah, it should have never been.
He should have got a job. He was better for a younger team.
Like Portland?
Darvin is
Portland, Brooklyn, shit like that.
Darvin Saginaw, Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Built a certain way. We built a certain. Darvin didn't take no shit from nobody, right?
Oh, you can tell by the knots on his head.
Yeah, he has the knot on his head to prove it.
Yeah,
So, but my thing
being
is,
real.
he would have been
Black man.
better for a younger team.
Yeah.
For whoever at the time.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but a younger team and not with such a high-profile name to it as the Lakers, right?
For sure.
So you
you
stay
gotta
out
take
of the
that job, though.
stay out of the Knicks job. I would
Because his look didn't
You wouldn't
fit
take
it.
it if they would have gave it to you?
Not at all.
His look didn't fit
No?
it.
Not at
Not
all.
even for your resume?
Not at all. You got fucking fired in 2 years. That
His
doesn't
look,
look good.
You got to live in LA.
don't fit
I know,
the
but I'm
Lakers.
saying is like they still has. Went
That
to the
don't
Western
look
Conference
good.
Finals.
I
His look
hear
don't
you,
fit the
but you
Lakers,
don't.
Though.
No.
Nah, his look don't fit the Lakers.
I just
But
don't.
JJ's does?
It's a.
Yeah,
Is it
knots
a
on his
great
head.
job?
You can
Yes.
have knots on your head being the friend
Is it a great job?
of the
Yes.
Lakers.
I'm not
Too
saying
much
that.
TV time.
To be a head coach in the NBA, you can't
Motherfucker got knots and shit. You
not
wanna be
capitalize
TV.
on opportunities.
You
But
can't be the head dude with knots on your head in front of everybody.
Nick, one more. You got one more
shut
time.
up.
Say it one more time. That's it.
I'm listening.
Darvin is watching.
One
Nick. I just want you to
one
know
more
that.
time.
Darvin Ham is watching
not
this show.
that job.
No, he's more of a
saying? 'Cause
look
it's
for
just
like
too
Memphis or something.
Right? If I'm him, I'm looking at the totality of the whole situation. Right? Who came before me, right? How long did they last? What successes they have, right? Frank Vogel won the championship.
He did.
You're right. Yeah.
2 years, Jack.
Damn, hit him with the jack.
Yeah.
So you got to look at that, right? No matter what success I have at this particular job, I'm on a short leash.
How many coaches have the Lakers
You're
had
not even. What's so funny is okay.
in the
So
last like 10 years?
what he says is
Shit, at least
Like
6.
five.
since
5 or
2000,
6, right?
since 2011, 12, he's won the second most games in Laker.
Who?
Darvin.
With 47. The only team that played better was the championship Lakers.
Was that the bubble championship? team?
Yeah, the 52 wins.
Okay, the one that overcame
Other than
the
that,
odds and won the
Darvin
first
Ham
championship in
at
NBA history.
47 wins last year when he got fired is the most that they had in 12 years.
It doesn't make sense.
So his
Decision
argument
making.
is
Why he's talking his shit.
43 and 47. The 43, they went to the Eastern Conference or the Western Conference Finals, and then they lost the first round, but they lost to the first round to the same team.
To the same
right?
team. It's
You're
a bad matchup.
You're losing to a 3-time MVP.
And it's a bad matchup
It's
for
just
us.
Yes. So it's not like he's not failing. It's like whoever ran up against goddamn Jordan,
Yeah, same story.
who ran up against the Lakers in the
just
80s, the Bird in the 80s.
damn.
So just imagine if that was how them dudes' job, like them coaching job was predicated. Like we
Yeah.
lost to Jordan the last 2 years.
Oh,
get
shit,
fired.
fired.
Right?
Yeah,
Just about, so we lost to the Lakers and Magic last 2 years. Fired. Like, just imagine that shit. Jerry Sloan would have been out of that motherfucker.
Yes.
Right? Oh, you can't beat the Bulls? Don't.
Yeah, you can't be Jordan.
No one can.
Like, nobody can beat the motherfuckers, right?
Better than Memphis. Than Minnesota last year.
So, I mean, okay, so JJ's this year, right now, is better than Darvin's first year, percentage-wise, right now.
That's not
right now. So it's but that
What's the record?
that team still went to the Western Conference Finals though.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What's the
And,
record?
and this team has
14
a
and 12.
trajectory to do that.
So
No, but
that team went to the Western Conference
But
Finals.
if you're talking about totality of coaches, no, he shouldn't have been fired.
Yeah.
But he has a job that
So therefore, to my point,
there's no record that keeps you safe.
to my point,
It's a feeling on whoever's there.
to my point, right? Like I tell some B was talking when y'all was over there having y'all fucking chit chat session. You gotta really consider at the time turning the job down.
But
It's
hard to
tough.
turn that money down.
It's tough
money.
because
Turn money
being a
down.
head coach, yes, great, absolutely. Does he get another opportunity? Because
Being
of
a
that.
head coach.
No. Listen.
But do you get?
so.
But I'm saying, do you get a
I
head
don't know if
coach?
Darvin Ham
But do
will.
you get a head coaching job if you turn that down?
Yes.
Do you?
Your name comes back up, absolutely. Because of the reasons why you turn that down.
But
You just don't. There are legitimate reasons why. How I am, the way I coach, the Lakers as this. I want to be a head coach in this NBA for a long time. Me taking the Lakers job doesn't say that.
you don't think
My name
Darvin
is
Ham
not
get another-
Phil Jackson.
You don't think he get another job? I think so after
I
this.
hope so, yes. Do I think so?
He got the dog.
I think so. I
got
think
the
so.
dog.
I think he could get the Milwaukee job if
Yep.
you want it.
Yep. I think I think after the
Okay. Okay.
The longest
He stick it out with Doc, and Doc step away in 3 years, 2 years, whatever it is, and they successful under this way.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
As much as I play with Darvin Ham, I think he could get another job for sure.
For sure.
Don't-
For sure. I think he could get a job after this season, even if he don't.
Nah, it's tough,
Hey.
bruh.
I don't know after this season, but maybe like
You don't
like
think so?
2 more years, maybe.
It was funny. You
He
know what's
didn't
funny?
do nothing wrong though.
Out of last,
He didn't do nothing wrong though. But
Okay.
he played for the Lakers,
He
and he's winning.
he was. Should I say it?
What?
Black,
Black.
dog. Like let's stop it.
I
Bruh,
don't think you blackball.
opportunities don't come around that often.
And
when they
ball-headed.
do,
He do got knots on his head.
and when they do,
But even with the knots, he could get another job, I think. Because everybody got another job after the Lakers.
Who?
From Luke Walton to
Color skin.
the dude that won the
Vogel.
bubble championship.
color his skin.
He like
Mike Brown.
It's a real thing.
Mike Brown, Kings.
The only person who didn't get another job was
How long did
Byron
Mike
Scott.
Brown last for the Lakers?
Byron Scott don't need another
Huh?
job.
How long did Mike Brown last for the Los Angeles Lakers?
I mean,
Oh, 2 years.
some
But
people
he
can't
won
handle LA,
3
can you? You know.
Oh no, 1 year. 1 year.
1 year. It was like a
1
happy-
year.
happy year.
That 1 and 4 star, get your ass about it.
Yeah,
That
it was
is
1 and
crazy.
9. Wasn't
How-
it?
It says
What
1
was his
and
record?
4. It says 1 and 4.
Come on, man.
Then
Oh.
Bickerstaff 4 and 1,
Come
and
on.
then they switched
what
him
I
for
Come on, man.
Mike D'Antoni.
Come on, man.
I know
But-
that. But I know
Okay, I'm gonna just be honest with you.
That job
Yeah, I know.
Like
Tough.
you got
to get another one.
like
Well, you
But
say he did nothing wrong.
good. He didn't actually.
He did
Okay,
well.
yeah.
He did well as a head coach. Yes.
the problem is
I hope he does.
Yeah.
it's your star.
It's Brian. Brian.
It's your star player, right?
I don't know what I'm
We just gonna be honest. Your star player's probably more smarter than you, right? And the fact that your star player is smarter than you, that's a hard job to have. Like you literally have to talk to LeBron's ego. Like I gotta talk to his basketball for him to accept you. It's like talking to some genius. For him to just be like, oh, okay, you have to outsmart him.
Perhaps do a podcast with him even.
But you have to talk.
makes
But what I'm
JJ
saying,
smarter
but you
than
have to
Darvin Ham? I don't
out-talk.
get that.
But you have to
What
out-talk.
makes JJ smarter than Darvin Ham?
Sitting there having a conversation with him. So that means something that JJ was saying resonated with.
Man, you know.
It's
no,
like,
let's-
all right.
Resonated.
No,
It's just like coaching.
Nah, that's not
It's like
true.
coaching. No,
no, you know
what
the
you're talking about.
Or
Do you know the
it's
basketball?
coaching.
Hold on. Well, do you know? So to your point, I hear you. Yes.
I hear what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying. You know the basketball conversation that JJ Redick is having with LeBron? It's a Coach K conversation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. Just imagine if he was there for 4 years. Right? He spent a lot of
And he
time on
like
the
Coach
coach.
K too.
Star player, did a lot with. I think it's that conversation. We spent a lot of time with him. It's the off-camera conversation.
What the fuck? I mean, what the
Kinda
fuck Coach
like
K
how
got to do with the
Kobe
NBA?
did.
It's a conversation.
It's a
So what?
basketball
Like,
conversation.
you ever
Coach
talk-
K ain't got shit to do with the
What I'm saying-
NBA.
hold-
X's
hold
and
on, hold
O's,
on.
bruh.
Have you ever talked to somebody who's actually smart, book smart?
Yeah.
It's hard to have a conversation with them.
y'all talk to me
if you
every
don't
day?
if you can't talk the same language with them,
Yeah.
they don't respect what you're saying. They think you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Same thing with some basketball minds. Michael Jordan, right? Kobe Bryant. Think about when he had Rudy T. He wasn't trying to hear shit Rudy T had to say. He had Phil Jackson first.
But that was-
So Phil Jackson talking to him, that means he didn't respect Rudy T's voice because what he has in his brain don't make sense. When Mike Brown came there, that shit don't make sense to me. When when Dan Tony came, that shit don't. What the fuck are you talking about? Where's Phil at? Bring me back Phil. Okay, Phil makes sense, right? Like, that's where LeBron is. LeBron's basketball IQ is so high. If you don't speak the same lingo as him, he's not listening to you.
But that's doomed from the start. You know he won't.
Yeah, no, it's doomed from the start. But what I'm saying is you have to play to something he knows. So that means if you want the job, you got to sit there and say, all right. And then you have to memorize shit. It's like a test.
So should they talk to LeBron before
What?
they hire coaches?
Wow.
Should they talk to LeBron before they hire the
We
coach?
don't understand. You guys.
Well, they did. That's how they. That's how they. That's how they.
You
hired
have to know as a
JJ.
coach, you have
We
to
don't,
They-
we don't,
talk to
we don't understand
LeBron.
what you're saying. You chewing and shit.
So before they cooked him,
Huh? We still don't swallow.
I was a little bad from
Whoa.
No, but when you look at JJ Redick, right? Look at JJ. Look at their conversation, right? When they're having and talking about swing ball and this and this, you can see it's matching what LeBron was taught as a player, and he's like, yeah, we are lying together, right? You listen to a coach, like, come on, we all been there. We've been in locker rooms where the coach sounds smart than the bitch. And we've been in some locker rooms where we're looking at each other, who the fuck is, when the fuck is he gonna get fired? This nigga dumb. I owe about 2.
For Doc. It's Doc.
But like you've been in locker rooms where your coach sounds great and then he sounds dumb.
I think that's the same thing with JJ Redick.
Probably not to him.
But talk.
You're talking,
What is JJ Redick doing for LeBron right now in his career?
it's a conversation.
Probably.
I mean,
It's
the
this,
conversation
it's
about what?
this.
But the conversation about what at this point in my career?
But it's still a conversation, the Blake dude, right? Blake, that coach, the overseas coach. Do you know what his record was
Black?
when he got fired?
Black?
Yep.
But you know what his record was when he got
It
fired?
was number 1, right?
Because them two, I don't know what he's talking about over here, man. Is he speaking English? Like,
Give me that clipboard.
man, get out of
Here's
here.
what we're doing.
Where Tyrone Lue at? Right? That's because
Sometimes you gotta
he
call
has a
Tyrone.
rapport with this guy. Like, we're talking the same language. For you to speak to certain players as a coach, you have to understand what makes them tick as a player.
So you don't think they would have won that championship if they would have kept that coach? Blake?
Who's?
Blake.
No,
David
would've-
Blatt.
They would have won the championship. Of course, probably.
So what's the problem?
He didn't speak the same
That was
language
when
as
he was in
LeBron
Cleveland,
James.
right?
Yeah.
But the language is to win the championship, right?
Well,
So what
the
type of-
language is.
Well, he still got a ring.
Do you sound like you know what you're doing?
Obviously, if we're number 1,
I got
and
the
this is
best
my
player.
first year over here.
I got the best player on the planet.
I got the best
That's
player on
fine.
the planet.
Right. So it should be harder.
But that's not, you have a genius sitting here in like basketball terms. Like the hardest people to coach in history so far would have been Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Shaquille O'Neal. Right? Think about the ego of these persons being great. You have to be able to, like, the game itself is the game, but you have to make sure they know you are who you are. You know how we challenge everything.
Right.
So you have to be able to sustain your, like a teacher.
I'm not, my name don't ring with none of them dudes that he mentioned. But you line us up, and we having, far as IQ, basketball IQ, I might be biased in this, but I think I'm one of the smartest basketball players fucking been around, bro.
So you think when coaches throw that uncoachable term out, it's
Yes,
because they feel
absolutely,
challenged
absolutely.
and threatened by that particular player's IQ and them always asking them questions and.
It's like
Because what makes someone uncoachable? Because when people call like really talented players uncoachable, like I'm just like how.
Some guys just want to do it their way.
because they don't know how to speak to that player's talent, so they have this way of coaching, and it's this way, and then this element came in that's challenging everything that they've ever thought about. Like a teacher, right? You're a teacher for a reason, right? You wasn't that smart to be anything better but a teacher. And then you will have this 14, 15-year-old who's actually smarter than you. Right? IQ just left, like, he's smarter than you. And that scares you as a teacher. And him challenging you on these principles of what you've been taught your whole life makes you say, oh, this kid is I don't want him in my class anymore. Because you can't deal with his IQ is just higher. I'm sorry, you were 1,200, this fucker's just 1,600. That doesn't do anything to you. He's just fucking a brilliant kid. You should be trying to have a conversation with him so you can see how he thinks. But most coaches don't want to do that.
So what's the difference between Kobe and Phil? Because Kobe didn't like Phil.
No, huh? Like him.
But Kobe,
I mean, they wasn't
He
speaking the same.
respected that
I mean,
he didn't gotta like,
but they wasn't
respect that basketball.
I mean, they wasn't speaking the same language, and he's
At
still.
first, at first.
it wasn't at first.
At first, when he first got there, he was trying to get him to buy into. You're still gonna get your shots, but let's do it this way.
Right. So
Right.
right.
So
right.
it was this.
Right. So Kobe bought in and got
Yeah.
5 rings. Why couldn't LeBron buy in with Blake?
No.
What's
So there's a difference is, Phil Jackson, who coached who?
That's fine, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Who does Kobe respect? He don't respect Phil Jackson. He respects Michael Jordan, right? And this is the guy who coached Michael Jordan to these rings. So when Kobe's sitting there listening to him talking, all he's thinking about is Jordan trusted him, so I must trust him. The greatest man, my idol, trusts this man to 6 championships, 6 finals, then therefore I have to trust him.
So what's the difference between Blake and Frank?
Frank who?
David Blatt, you said?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Blatt.
Who knows?
Because he trusted Frank enough.
We don't, but that's what I'm saying.
well.
we don't know.
Who?
We don't know what the
Did he?
conversation is.
Bron.
We don't
They
know
had
what
no
practice
choice.
is.
They were locked up together.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know what practice.
Hey,
They were stuck
they
in
were
Disney
locked up
jail.
together. They was in the bar. They were locked up together. They didn't have no choice.
They did a bid in
I can tell you this.
They did a bid in Orlando together, dog.
I can tell you this, they won 52 games, won a championship. Next year, lost first round, fired.
with AD getting hurt in that playoff.
So he ain't like him that motherfucker much.
So AD got hurt.
So AD had the hammy.
He didn't like him that much. You won a championship. Woo!
I don't know.
You
I
lose first.
don't know. I just feel like if you stop firing all these coaches, you might have had 5 rings.
No.
If you stick with the plan.
It ain't. So my thing is, so we always talk about superstars of teams and organizations, how much control they have, right? Over these situations.
I forgot he was in there.
Forgotten. Yo, bro.
Bruh, man, from the back room,
I forgot he was in there, bro.
making a sandwich.
Back, baby. Wipe my face.
Do we think Bron could have or did, like, could have interjected himself more in those decisions, and has he? Like, do we think has control over that, or has he said things like, I prefer this guy, and to the masses, like, they think players have more control than they do in these situations? What if he had spoke up right now? I want this guy publicly. How would that? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go and say I believe he has control of most of the coaches he's dealing with. Here's why. When he gets to Miami, they start off 8-8. there's no way LeBron was sitting there looking at Spo and say, this is the coach that's going to lead us to the championship. The only thing that rejects that thought process is who?
Big Daddy.
Right? Upstairs.
Big Daddy.
Nah. He's staying the coach. He's the guy I believe in, right? You're talking about Pat Riley is overcharged. No. I'm not coming down. I know you think I'm coming down like I did for Dwayne Wade. No, he's your coach. I trust him, so you're going to have to trust him. You're going to have to buy in to this. And those are the elements. Giannis is probably having the same shit. Listen, Giannis, when you look at the game and you hear him talk, he's dealing with the same thing. He's trying to find somebody who mentally has the same idea as him. And when it's not aligning up, I don't give a fuck about if we won. I don't give a fuck about if it's not aligning up, we don't have the same vision, then I can't coexist with you. Like when you start seeing coaches leave, it's the ideal of, he's not tapping into, he's not on the same alignment as that star player.
You don't feel like they like that right now, though? Like he bought into Doc's?
You don't think so?
Doc bought into him.
Somebody bought into somebody because they look
Doc
very,
bought
they look
into
very
him.
different.
They look better. The energy feels
The energy's
Like,
different.
damn all this ball movement shit, Doc, you talking about. Hey, 34 like to get downhill.
Giannis is speaking differently about the team.
Like, it don't look miserable. They look
It's shitty. I'm not trying to hear shit you got going. You just relax. All right, don't just coming into the conversation that we've been having. How long you been in there? 10, 15 minutes? Like we thought you left, right? We thought you left.
I was trying to.
Like no, we thought you left. I told your girl, hey, yeah, he about to head home. Come on over. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. I mean, right.
See?
Sorry, he's still here. No, but you just ain't gonna jump into this conversation like you just a part of it. Watch out.
So we asked the chat, would LeBron have more rings if he kept the same coach? 56% said no. But let's keep this thing moving. Football and basketball are in full swing. That's why I need to tell you about our